Actually, I created Reaching for the Arts because as a musician myself as well as a teacher, I was noticing that students who were talented were not able to compete with their counterparts because they didn't have lessons, they felt uncomfortable going out for auditions because they were ill-prepared. And so Reaching for the Arts definitely took on the idea of making sure that students who couldn't afford lessons or couldn't afford to travel back and forth for rehearsals and so on could have that opportunity right here in their own school. And that's how we first started.
I think it's kind of just inspiration, I guess. Like, you get inspired when you listen to music, like.
Music means a lot to me. It's a way to express myself in any kind of emotion I'm in, so.
It's like a way I could communicate with the world without actually having to say anything.
Music means to me, it doesn't matter what language or language you speak, it can like make you happy.
You know, the Reaching for the Arts Choir was actually started as the Museum Magnet School Choir because we are located inside of the Museum Magnet School. So the singers are actually called the MMS Singers. And then from there we had to create an organization in order to fulfill all the different elements of the performing arts. And so that's how Reaching for the Arts became what it is today. There was absolutely no choir here before Reaching for the Arts MMS Singers, and actually Ms. Keppel, our principal, was more than generous enough to say that we could have a choir in the school, absolutely, and we started from there, and now we have a strings program in the morning, and we also have a visual arts program which helps prepare students with their portfolios.
In middle school, you really start to find the kids that really are finding a passion for it, and to help guide them through that, I think is one of the best parts of my week, is I can actually really dig deep into the music for me, but I can also help kids find their path that I was guided towards around that age as well.
So far I've learned how to actually kind of write on my music and actually learn to actually read it. So that was a big help.
I learned that there are high parts and low parts and medium parts that you have to sing correctly.
What have I learned about music? I learned about harmonizing a lot. We do that a lot in choir. We just harmonize with each other with all the different voices.
I learned about my tempo, about crescendo, decrescendo, and which notes I should sing.
I learned how to read music actually a little bit more because when I started choir I didn't know how to read music, and it actually helped me a lot.
There are so many different things that our students can gain from being in the Reaching for the Arts choir. The MMS singers have started to kind of multiply amongst their friends and say how much fun being in the choir is, and each year that the students stay in the choir, they really learn more about camaraderie, they learn about facilitating friendships. They learn how to really help each other out when it comes time to singing. They really know more about music notation. They're learning how to read music. So it's really a fun and fantastic way to really teach them without them knowing that they're actually learning. And it just makes such a difference throughout the school community.
Definitely changed my life by giving me some time to practice my singing and harmonizing with a group, as well as Ms. Jessica and Ms. DJ. They've helped me get into LaGuardia, my dream high school. Well, Ms. DJ brought it up to me, and like she said, it was like really interesting, and I thought it was like a great opportunity for me to like sing, so I took it. I think it's changed my life because of all the performances we had too. Like, you get that experience of performing. Changed my life because I really wanted to get into a performing arts high school, and I did.
It changed because like when I first got to the school, they didn't have any music, and without this program, I wouldn't be going to the school collection now. I'm going to Gramercy Arts High School.
The program has changed my life because I usually didn't sing before. I was a dancer, but now I'm interested in singing.
After having lessons with Miss Jessica and then being able to successfully get into performing arts high schools, that is huge, because if they didn't have that, those would have been students that would have again passed through my door as far as a teacher and not been able to be successful. And that's what really the program Reaching for the Arts is about. It's helping students feel successful, be successful, but also knowing that we've given them that opportunity.
So at the very least, it's a hobby that I know they'll take with them. It's a confidence booster for those that may not find success throughout their day, and for some of them it is a real career aspiration. And I just get the opportunity to help them find what the importance is going to be within their life.
Well, I think it gives our students discipline that they really need, and the opportunity to strive for something and persevere through getting through something. A lot of our students typically they give it some, and then there's this moment where they don't want to give any more, but choir doesn't allow them to do that, because it feels good when you're singing. It feels good when the audience is clapping at you. It feels good when you're being praised for doing something. And so even when they're frustrated and they don't want to come to rehearsal, they still want to come, because there's that end product that makes them feel really good. And they don't always have that with academics. They don't always have that at home, but they have that at choir, and that's a really great thing.
It's just amazing that we've come this far, and we've collaborated with West End Secondary School, which is across the street, and we've sung once or twice at Lincoln Square Neighborhood Center, which would love to collaborate with us again and share interesting performances for the senior citizens, as well as other opportunities there. And then we are scheduled and so excited to sing at Carnegie Hall in 2017.